What's up everyone, and welcome to Jayconomics. My name is Jay and it's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we take a look at anything related to finance with a strong focus on investing. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, then please consider subscribing and liking this video to help me on my quest to befriend the big, bad YouTube algorithm. Over the last few trading days, we saw a massive market sell-off. The Nasdaq got slammed the hardest as the entire EV space and most tech stocks took a big hit. The Dow and the S&P 500 also were in the red. So what gives? What led to this? Why now? Was this a warning sign for things to come? Should you sell shell? Should she sell seashells by the seashore? I know, bad joke. Too tempting though. So how did our shell perform? Well, it definitely was not immune to this market sell-off and dropped significantly. That being said, shell did end Friday in the red, but it was a far cry from how far they had fallen at one point. Seeing a nice recovery like this should be music to shell investors. As I've said too many times to count on this channel, know what you own. I say that precisely for days like the last two. It changes your mentality completely. A lot of you are new to the market and I understand that. Heck, some of you have basically only seen stocks go up. But unfortunately, stocks don't work that way. And if they did, well, everyone would be rich. It takes time, research, and experience to stock pick. And if you've done your due diligence on a company, it won't matter in the short term what happens to your stock. On days that saw both Tesla and Apple among the whole tech sector take a huge hit, can we really be surprised that a brand new public company going public through SPAC also took a big hit? It's precisely for days like these that you need to have confidence in your investment so that you can double down and buy the dip when everybody else is scared. That said, if you've been watching this channel, then you've seen my 3 other Shell videos when I recommended a strong buy under $20 when Shell had been going through a downtrend for over a month. And well, if you have been, then you've more than doubled your money so far. So really, what's a day with minus 10 or 20% really worth? Why the sudden panic? This video is meant to be the voice of reason and to keep you guys calm. Of course, the market is a risk. Anything in life worthwhile is. So sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the video. The Hyliion merger is set to take place very soon. Now, we saw another huge increase in share price earlier in the week, and looking at the charts and price action, this parabolic move seems to correlate pretty well with CEO Thomas Healy's interview with Yahoo Finance being published. Other than this interview, which didn't really give us any new information, it is still very quiet on the news front, yet the stock has gone insane. I would assume that as soon as the merger date is dropped in the next week or so, Shell will start releasing news on partnerships, customers, deals, etc. And at that point, we will likely see another huge rally from where we're at today. Shell reached an all-time high of $59 on Wednesday, and I'm expecting to see that price range again very soon. In terms of exit strategy, now this is something that you absolutely need to have planned out prior to the merger being completed. And this is what I'll be doing. And again, this is not financial advice, I am not your financial advisor, but this is what I am doing. I'll be selling part of my position, but I will be keeping around half of my position in Shell for the long term. I really do think you're looking at incredible gains over the next 5 to 10 years with this beauty. Hyliion has winner written all over it. Let's talk about warrants. If you are a Shell warrant holder like myself, this is information you must know. Once the merger is completed, if Shell stock trades above $18 for 30 days, which is basically a given at this point unless something drastic were to happen, then the company can call back the warrants. It doesn't mean they will, but they do have that choice. So 30 days after the merger date is the earliest the warrants can be called back by the company, and also the earliest you are able to exercise your warrants and trade them in for shares if that's what you want to do. I currently own 367 warrants at an average cost of $7.46. And to be quite honest, now that I've sold out of a few other positions, I'm really leaning towards buying even more this week under $20, hopefully. Honestly, I was not expecting to nearly triple my investment pre-merger, but as I've said from the start, I expect to at the very least 5x my money on this by the merger. I do also own shares which have doubled so far. I do expect Shell to kind of creep up in price all the way up until the merger, and then once the merger is finalized, I see this thing going to at least $70, maxing out maybe at $95 to $100. And Shell warrants going from where they are now to about, $35 to about the $50 range. Right now, warrants are trading significantly cheaper than shares are. For reference, shares as of Friday's close were $50.35, and warrants were $19.22. That's a massive difference between the two of $31.13. Keep in mind that the price to exercise these warrants into shares is $11.50 per share. So that's a heck of a difference right now. Now, a slight difference is normal and even expected, as we must take into account the risk and also the time expense of having to wait 30 days after merger to exercise. But a $31 difference? This is a huge steal in my opinion, and my prediction is that we start to see this narrow as the merger date draws closer and warrants will continue to close the gap significantly. Then 30 days after the merger, warrants will go up even more and I think will trade at a premium compared to the shares. Alright, let's talk about some potential and existing customers for Hyliion. So Wegmans grocery chain. It's a grocery chain based out of Rochester, New York with 100 plus locations. And so Wegmans has actually been announced as an existing customer. Today they have at least 2 Hyliion hybrids on the road. And in 2017, Wegmans purchased 15 natural gas trucks for their fleet. They have a total fleet size of 175 trucks. Next up is Heb, which is a massive grocery chain based in Texas with 340 plus locations. Now, Heb has not yet officially been announced as a customer, but there's a lot of rumors going around. As of 2018, they had just under 600 trucks in their fleet. Now, why would this partnership work out? Well, Hyliion is based in Texas, so is Heb, and Heb has also had a focus on emission reductions and using new technologies in their trucks to achieve this. So this kind of seems like the perfect partnership here. And last up, we have Loblaws. And Loblaws is a large grocery chain here in my home country of Canada. And this is speculation, by no means is this confirmed, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Loblaws is a major Canadian grocery chain with over 2,000 locations all across Canada. In June 2020, Hyliion sold a natural gas hybrid to an owner based in Milton, Ontario for demo purposes. A presentation was then held to demo the truck, and many big Canadian fleet owners attended, such as Loblaws. If we look through the archives here, in 2014, Loblaws purchased 5 natural gas trucks for their fleet. I see this as a perfect working opportunity for both Hyliion and Loblaws to get business done, and for Hyliion to enter the Canadian market. Alright, so why is Hyliion going to win? Well, first, before getting into that, just a quick reminder that Hyliion doesn't make the truck. Hyliion is not a truck manufacturer. The trucks we see painted in Hyliion green and white are only used as test trucks. So this is why Hyliion is going to win. Fleet owners want to begin their green initiative now by incorporating natural gas Class 8 trucks into their fleets. However, the fact is that they're significantly underpowered when compared to a traditional diesel truck, and that poses a problem. And they don't want to wait years for a hydrogen or a fully electric solution from companies like Nikola or Tesla. These solutions are just not ready now, and it will be a while until they are. So in comes Hyliion to save the day with their hybrid electric retrofit, which can solve the power issue as well as make the truck more green and fuel efficient overall. So to conclude, shllstock gained a whopping 160% since the beginning of August, and this is only the beginning of the company's ascension to greater heights in my opinion. And keep in mind, this was on the back of no news, an approaching merger, and lots of FOMO. Imagine where this baby could be post-merger and for the years to come. And for those of you who wanted to get into shllstock but didn't pull the trigger for whatever reason, and now you're debating it because it's too late to get in now, it went up too much, then I would say that mentality is not a good one. You should look towards the future of this company, not the recent stock run-up. I doubt we will see these levels ever again even after the merge. I do expect a pretty big sell-off post-merger, but I really don't think we will see the level of sell-off Nikola experienced. And so in my opinion, if you want to get in around $50, well, this might be your last chance to do so. You know yourself best, so ask yourself, will I be chasing this stock and buying it up at $60, $70, $80 once it reaches those heights? If the answer is yes, well then you know what you need to do. Okay, final thoughts. I think Hyliion is a game-changing company in the trucking space that will be a fantastic investment in years to come. Now, if what Hyliion resonates with you, get in. Dollar cost average if you want, but you shouldn't stay on the sidelines because then you'll just regret it more later. Alright guys, if this video brought you some value, then please make the like button turn blue as it really does help the channel grow. And don't be shy to leave a comment below. Are you invested into shllstock right now? Are you thinking of getting in? What's your plan? What's your exit strategy? How many shares do you own? Also, if you want more content like this, I got plenty more coming your way, so please subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when any video comes out. Alright, that wraps it up for today. Thank you all for watching until the end, and let's grow this community together. Until next time, take care and invest smart.